"There is no compromise, Jack. There is only compliance." Then she twisted the knife. "And don't think the community will side with you. We're putting a notice in this month's newsletter, all about your illegal dam and the fines you've accrued. I'm sure your neighbors will be thrilled to know you're single-handedly lowering their property values and creating a flood risk." She was going to shame me publicly, turn the very people I shared a street with against me. She was threatening to burn my whole life down over a few inches of water in a lake she had no claim to. With a final, triumphant smirk, she and her little goon squad turned and marched back to their cars. They drove off, leaving a cloud of dust and the heavy silence of their threats behind. I stood there for a long time, the thick envelope still in my hand. It felt heavier than it should. Maria walked up the grass from the dock, her eyes wide. "Dad? Are we going to lose the lake?" she asked, her voice trembling. I looked at her, at the fear in her eyes that Karen had put there. And then I looked at the dam. My dam. The complex, beautiful machine of steel and concrete I had built to create peace. And in that moment, something inside me shifted. The patient craftsman, the reasonable neighbor, he was gone. In his place stood the man who understood that you don't negotiate with bullies who want to take everything from you. You don't appeal to their better nature, because they don't have one. You use the tools you have. You use their own arrogance against them. And you build a plan they never see coming. I looked at the water, then at the dam gate, and for the first time, I didn't see it as a tool for peace. I saw it as a weapon, and I was going to use it. The first $50,000 fine wasn't the last. It was just the opening shot. A week later, another envelope arrived in the mail, this one for $10,000, citing continued non-compliance. Then came a $5,000 penalty for an unauthorized structure, which was the small wooden dock Maria fished from. They were just throwing numbers at the wall to see what would stick. The harassment became a part of our daily routine. Every few days, the white SUV would crawl down my road, pausing just long enough for Louise to lean out the window and snap pictures with her phone. They called them inspections. I called it what it was, intimidation. The neighborhood began to change. Conversations would stop when I walked past. People I'd known for years, like Bill Thompson from down the street, would suddenly find something interesting to look at on the ground if I made eye contact. Karen's newsletter had done its job. I was now Jack Mercer, the reckless engineer with the dangerous homemade dam that was going to flood them all in their sleep. It didn't matter that my lake was a good 100 yards downstream from any of their properties. Fear doesn't care about facts. My first instinct was to fight them on their own turf, using their own rulebook. I was a man who believed in process, in order. So I started documenting everything. I set up a camera pointed at the dam, recording a time-stamped video 24/7. I took daily water level readings from 3 different gauges I'd installed, logging them in a waterproof notebook. Every violation, every threatening letter, every drive-by inspection went into a file. My chance to present this evidence came at the next monthly HOA meeting, held in the sterile community clubhouse. I walked in with my binder, feeling prepared. Karen, sitting at the head of the table like a queen on a throne, gave me a smug look as I took